Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Timothy Musa Tabak.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Your Excellency, the President, Brigadier Retired Dr. Julius Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Her Excellency, the First Lady, Dr. Fatima Maada Bio, His Excellency, the Speaker of Ecowas Parliament, His Excellency, the Speaker of Sierra Leone's Parliament, colleague ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies of the Ecowas Parliament. Good morning to you all. It is an honor and a privilege for me to address this August Parliament in its opening session of the high-level seminar on a theme that is contemporaneous, very important to Sierra Leone as well: illegal mining and its implication on the Ecowas sub-region. Let me seize this opportunity to thank the leadership of the Ecowas Parliament for carefully choosing Freetown, the capital of our country, for this very important seminar. Our city is steeped in moral history, having provided a residence for freed African slaves from the Caribbean, North America, and England, and a city that is geographically beautiful and existentially vibrant. Welcome to Freetown, bienvenue à Freetown. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, illegal mining is a criminal enterprise that continues to destroy the aquatic and terrestrial biodiversity of our sub-region. It is recorded that illegal mining serves as a means for financing terrorism, insurgency, and bad governance. Today, the group of experts that are assembled to discuss this very important topic, we believe, will provide the tailwinds for the permanent eradication of this menace in our sub-region. I want to especially thank His Excellency the President for being here this morning, which is a testament of his avowed commitment to help in the fight against illicit and illegal mining. Notwithstanding the ill consequences of illegal mining, the mineral sector still remains the bastion of economic development of our sub-region. The public outcry often on illicit and illegal mining can sometimes be confused by legal small-scale mining. The line between legal small-scale mining and illegal mining is almost imperceptible, but they are legally not homogeneous. Small-scale legal mining provides alternative local content opportunity for our citizens that cannot embark on large-scale mining. It is now incumbent on our individual governments and the collective effort of this Parliament to strengthen monitoring and regulation to ensure that these minerals will serve the desirous purpose of uplifting our sub-region from poverty. I therefore applaud the Ecowas Parliament, the Speaker, for choosing this topic for expert deliberation. As Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, it is my humble honor to welcome you all to our Freetown city and to wish you very, very productive technical discussions on illegal mining and its implication on our sub-region. I thank you.
Kaba. He is still trying to divorce himself from his previous ministerial position. He still has memory and things of Ministry of Mines. And speaking about illegal mining, obviously, is bringing back some of those memories from his ministry. So he almost said as Minister of Mines, but he is recognized as a Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. Now, the Honorable Speaker of the Ecowas Parliament, Honorable Dr. Sidi Mohamed Tunis, will be making a statement shortly. He presides over the 5th legislature of the Ecowas Parliament. His ascension was by no mistake after he successfully led the Sierra Leone People's Party in Parliament. He was obviously the ruling party leader then before his election in 2020. Now, as the protocol of ECOWAS permits, as with alphabetical order, the lot fell on Sierra Leone, and the parliamentarians in Parliament, and of course the ruling government, said there is no better person to represent Sierra Leone at this level other than Dr. Sidi Mohamed Tunis. Ladies and gentlemen, to make the statement and welcome delegates from across the Ecowas region, please welcome the Speaker of Ecowas Parliament, Honorable Dr. Sidi Mohamed Tunis.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Madabio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, the Right Honorable Dr. Abbas Chernobundo, Speaker of the Sierra Leone Parliament, Our Excellency Dr. Fatima Jabi Madabio, First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Mr. Abdul Joe, Minister of Petroleum and Energy of the Republic of Gambia, representing His Excellency President Adama Barrow, Dr. David Moina Senge, Chief Minister of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Mr. Timothy Musa Kaba, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Republic of Sierra Leone, Mrs. Nabila Farida Tunis, Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, and my wife, all cabinet ministers of the Republic of Sierra Leone here present, the majority leader of the Sierra Leone Parliament, the leader of the opposition in Parliament, the Honorable Veronica Kadi Sise, Head of Sierra Leone Delegation to the ECOWAS Parliament, Honorable members of the ECOWAS Parliament, Honorable members of the Sierra Leone Parliament, members of the Diplomatic Corps, the Acting Secretary General, Directors and staff of the ECOWAS Parliament, other dignitaries here present, civil society organizations, the press, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Bureau, honorable members, management and staff of the ECOWAS Parliament, I welcome you to the first parliamentary seminar of the year 2024, which also marks the final parliamentary seminar of the 5th legislature. May I seize this opportunity to wish you a wonderful new year with my very best wishes for health and happiness, as well as express hope that this year will present glorious opportunities for our region. Let me also use this opportunity to extend my warmest regards to His Excellency, Dr. Julius Madabio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. In the same vein, I wish to reiterate my appreciation to the government and people of Sierra Leone for always welcoming the ECOWAS Parliament. Your Excellency, sir, the events of the next few days are very pivotal to the ECOWAS Parliament and to me personally, as they mark the conclusion of the lifespan of the 5th legislature and consequently the end of my tenure as Speaker. Before I proceed any further, let me extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, Mr. President, and to the people of Sierra Leone for affording me the opportunity to serve our country and the entire ECOWAS region. My nomination and endorsement were a choice you made, Your Excellency, after careful consideration. And throughout my tenure, your unfailing guidance and constant support have enabled me to preside with dignity and honor over the destiny of the Community Parliament. I stand here before Your Excellency, sir, and this august body, feeling fulfilled and humbled to have been favored with the opportunity to serve our people and to report that the mission was very successful, sir. Please accept the expression of my very deep and affectionate feelings of infinite gratitude to Your Excellency, Mr. President. I would also like to take this opportunity to express my deep gratitude to all the heads of state of the community, with a special mention to all those who have chaired the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government during the life of this legislature. Please allow me to mention a few. His Excellency, Mr. Mahamadou Issoufou, former President of the Republic of Niger, before whom I took my oath and was invested as Speaker of the 5th Legislature of the ECOWAS Parliament. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, who honored us with his presence at the opening of 3 of our activities, including an online session held at the institution's headquarters in Abuja. He equally graciously accepted to serve as a champion for direct elections into the ECOWAS Parliament. His Excellency Omaro Sissoko Embalo, President of the Republic of Guinea-Bissau, for his unfailing support and his willingness to provide sound and credible advice on all issues concerning the Parliament. His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and current Chair of the Authority of Heads of State and Government, whose country hosts the headquarters of the ECOWAS Parliament and provides considerable support for the smooth running of our activities. In addition, my special thanks also to His Excellency Muhammad Buhari, former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who served as our host for a good period of the lifespan of the 5th Legislature and graced the opening of one of our ordinary sessions in Abuja. It is worth noting that more than all previous legislatures, the 5th Legislature, under our leadership, enjoyed the full participation and support of all the heads of states in its quest to strengthen democracy across the region. My feelings of great esteem go out to all the heads of states of the region who, showing us their complete availability, have all received us and given us wise advice so that our mandate will be fruitful and contribute effectively to the achievement of the noble objectives of regional integration. With that said, permit me to focus my attention on the purpose of this meeting. Your Excellency, sir, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. As you already know, the seminar for which we have gathered is expected to consider a topic that has captured the attention of governments, organizations, and local communities, and that is illegal mining and its implication in ECOWAS region. the threat of illegal mining in the Ecowas region is having far-reaching implications on the security, socio-economic, and environmental fabric of the region. Despite the potential of the mining sector to positively impact the lives of the community citizens, the complex interplay of security, socio-economic dividends, environmental impacts on the soil and waters have emerged as pressing concerns that demand immediate investigation and finding sustainable solutions. A careful revision of the numbers available to us provides a compelling need to give attention to the region's mining sector. As an example, nearly 80% of mining in northwest Nigeria is being carried out illegally, which has increased conflict since 2014, spreading across Kaduna, Katsina, Kebbi, and Zamfara states. Referring to the contribution of the mining sector to the GDP of some member states, the Ecowas Vision 2050 document indicates that Ghana benefits 7.5%, Burkina Faso 10.2%, Cote d'Ivoire 4%, while Nigeria receives only 9%. With a properly regulated mining sector in the region, it is expected that our various economies will be far more impactful. Furthermore, illegal mining of precious minerals in West Africa has succeeded in not only depriving member states of much needed revenue to grow their economies through improved GDP, but has also created instances of instability through banditry, kidnapping, thuggery, and in some cases, insurgency. Therefore, to examine the phenomenon of illegal mining, as well as its socio-economic, security, and environmental implications on the advancement of member states, the leadership of this parliament found it befitting to dedicate the last parliamentary seminar of the 5th legislature to the topic. We expect that at the end of the seminar, we will have a greater appreciation of the regional mining frameworks and challenges to their implementation, and make recommendations where regional collaboration can be fostered to boost the sector. Your Excellency, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, having provided some insight on the seminar, I will now take advantage of the presence of Your Excellency and other illustrious guests to highlight some of the progress made by the 5th legislature of the Ecowas Parliament in the build-up to next week's evaluation session. I would like to begin by thanking Allah, the compassionate, who has allowed us to start and complete this journey. He has given us the opportunity to have a significant impact on the daily lives of our fellow citizens, despite the difficult context in which we have evolved. No sooner after the inauguration of the 5th legislature, the infamous COVID-19 pandemic began in earnest. Most of our ambitious plans appear to have been stalled, and many doubted that we would get going again. Furthermore, the international environment was also marked by major conflicts such as the Russia-Ukraine war in Europe. Meanwhile, the harmful effects of climate change, increasingly perceptible in all our countries, impacted and continue to affect our health, agriculture, fisheries, energy, the environment, and many other sectors. In addition to these international threats, the regional scene was marked by terrorism, insecurity, and unconstitutional regime changes. During our 4-year term of office alone, our region saw 4 unconstitutional changes of power in Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea, and Niger. These situations constitute a threat to democracy and the rule of law, as though the subtle amendments to the Constitution designed to extend presidential terms of office. Despite these sad developments, we brave the storm and nourish a fervent hope that our term of office will be full of ambition and rich in events. Today, Your Excellency, I am pleased to report that the Ecowas Parliament takes pride in 4 years of progressive and undisrupted conduct of the duties we pledged to undertake. In my inaugural address in March 2020, I listed several objectives that I intended to achieve through a 4-year strategic plan. These objectives included to promote cordial relations with the other institutions of the community, to continue efforts to maintain peace in the region, to deploy missions to observe elections, to pay particular attention to the budgeting of projects and programs, and to improving transparency and accountability, to contribute to the establishment of community standards and the formulation of policies, to bring the Ecowas Parliament closer to the people, to instill accountability and transparency in the Parliament's operations, to initiate reflection and awareness raising for the election of members of Parliament by direct universal suffrage, to institute administrative reforms and strengthen the human resource capacity of Parliament, and to address all the major issues of concern to our community, namely migration, free movement of people and goods, access to energy, food security, and the employability of young people and women. The Parliament achieved significant success in these regards. In line with its vision and strategic plan, the Parliament was able to exercise its prerogatives in accordance with the Supplementary Act and carry out its mandate effectively. Despite the extremely difficult context the region finds itself, the Parliament was able to hold almost all of its statutory meetings of the legislature, namely 7 ordinary sessions and 8 extraordinary sessions. In terms of legislative work, I am pleased to say that the 5th Ecowas Parliament has been fruitful and successful. The intense activity in which each member has participated with interest has enabled us to examine and issue opinion on 83 draft community acts and adopted 94 resolutions. These resolutions concern both the community's institutional arrangements and all areas relating to ECOWAS economic and monetary integration policies, including trade, customs, free movement of persons, goods and services, infrastructure, monetary operations, industry, mining, and investment promotions. We are convinced that the implementation of these acts will contribute to a more prosperous future for the people of West Africa and will strengthen cooperation, regional solidarity, and sustainable economic development in our region. Your Excellency, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the other area that has guided our actions during this legislature has been the monitoring of sectorial activities. This prerogative has been widely used by the members. Consequently, numerous oversight and monitoring missions were carried out throughout the region to ascertain the conduct and progress of community projects and programs in the fields of education, health, infrastructure, energy, agriculture, free movement of persons and goods, etc. In the same vein, the various heads of ECOWAS specialized agencies were invited to Parliament to enlighten members on the progress or delays noted in the operational conduct of certain projects and programs. Regarding bringing the Parliament closer to the people, I assured the citizens of West Africa that the 5th legislature was committed to be more open to them. The Parliament, therefore, endeavored to create the conditions for its opponents to society by holding 8 extraordinary sessions, 8 seminars, and 14 meetings of its joint committees away from its headquarters and in almost all the member states. Admittedly, the primary aim of these various localized meetings was to deliberate on the various important issues and to strengthen the Parliament's capacity to contribute to the community's decision-making processes. But above all, they have increased visibility of the community Parliament because they have given us the opportunity to communicate with people and to discuss with them their daily lives and their deepest aspirations. The fifth legislature was also deeply involved in the process of adopting community budget and conducted several fact-finding missions, as well as took part in 19 elections observation missions in 14 Ecowas member states. Also, under our stewardship, Your Excellencies, relations with national and regional parliaments, civil society organizations, and development partners were strengthened. The Ecowas Parliament maintained contact with almost all the interparliamentary organizations and parliamentary assemblies in the region, Africa, and around the world. For the first time, we established deep fraternal ties with the Parliamentary Summit of Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean, the Austrian Parliament, and the United Nations Office of Counter-Terrorism. We also strengthened and made more active the Ecowas Parliament's relationship with the Interparliamentary Union, IPU, the Pan-African Parliament, PAP, the East African Legislative Assembly, ELA, and the South African Development Community, SADC Parliamentary Forum. Additionally, we had the esteemed privilege of being invited to address several parliaments across the continent and beyond, including those of the Kingdom of Morocco, the Pan-African Parliament, the Latin American Parliament. As a result of these robust activities, Parliament experienced a surge in its visibility during the fifth legislature, more than any other previous legislatures. This is evident by the increased participation of community citizens in the Parliament's programs, especially women and youth, as the statistics from the Parliament's social media platforms indicate. Your Excellency, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a key component of our administration's policy was to improve Parliament's institutional communication strategy. To this end, we have over the years strengthened our relations with the media. Thus, the activities of the Parliament were constantly covered by journalists from the 15 ECOWAS member states, brought together under the auspices of the West African Association of Legislative Correspondents, AWACO, an association established under our administration and inaugurated by us. In appreciation of our media friendliness, I was honored by the AWACO for promoting freedom of the press and opening the ECOWAS Parliament to the Fourth Estate. Also, in terms of visibility, during this parliamentary term, we authorized numerous guided tours of Parliament for specific groups, in particular, pupils and students wishing to understand how our institution works. It has been noted that Parliament has become one of the most visited institutional sites in Abuja, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In terms of the administrative operations of the Parliament, we succeeded in repositioning and upgrading parliamentary service through institutional capacity buildings, recruitments, and relevant training. Significant resources were deployed to strengthen the capacities of the parliamentary administration. Retreats and training sessions for all staff were regularly organized to enable our closest collaborators be better equipped to face current challenges. In addition, the staff recruitment process continued during the fifth legislature and made it possible to fill 8 head of division posts in the P5 managerial grade, 10 professional posts in the P1 to P4 grade, and 5 general service posts. Furthermore, the Hansard division and the research unit, previously dormant, were activated. In addition, the Parliament's Interinstitutional Liaison Office was equally activated to strengthen collaboration with sister institutions and our partners. We further introduced an award program to recognize outstanding performance by staff in the course of discharging their duties. The award aims to create healthy emulation among staff, and so far, 12 staff members have been recognized since it was introduced in 2021. With this, we can proudly say that we are leaving Parliament in good hands as far as institutional memory and capacity are concerned. Your Excellency, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at the inception of the 5th legislature, I committed to support programs that will directly impact women and youth of our Ecowas region. True to that commitment, the Ecowas Female Parliamentarians Association, ECOFEPA, was granted for the first time an allocation in the Parliament's budget to carry out its activities. This was aimed at developing a framework for female consultation, strong female solidarity networks, and advocating for the implementation of 30% affirmative action at all levels within the Ecowas region. I am proud that ECOFEPA, as a thriving association, conducted more activities during my tenure as Speaker than any other Speaker before me. This included three leadership symposia, 2 town hall meetings, 1 sensitization campaign, and 2 global summits, each bringing together over 200 delegates from across the region for the first time in the Parliament's rich history. One of those summits will be held on the 9th and the 10th here in Freetown. As a result of these achievements, on 7 December 2023, I was presented an award by the leadership of ECOFEPA as its champion, and received another award from the UN Women Nigeria chapter as a he or she. I think I deserve big applause. Let me use this podium to assure ECOFEPA, my baby, of my support long after the expiration of my tenure as Speaker of the Ecowas Parliament. Your Excellency, sir, Mr. President, I am pleased to report that our mission was very successful. And all our accomplishments have been captured in the report of the 5th legislature of the Ecowas Parliament. We have also produced a documentary that tells the story of our success at the Parliament, and a trailer from that production will be filmed shortly after my speech. Your Excellency, it is also worth noting that this is the first time ever, sir, first time any such report or documentary has been produced by the Ecowas Parliament. And I am humbly pleased to present to Your Excellency a copy of the report of the 5th legislature of the Ecowas Parliament. All right, please. Please rise. Your Excellency, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the excitement of our successes and achievements cannot distract us from our challenges. The 5th legislature also experienced its share of regional dynamics at the institutional, economic, social, political, and security levels. The COVID-19 pandemic, high cost of living resulting from global economic downturn, the re-emergence of military takeovers, and the unfortunate suspension of 4 member states greatly impacted the overall success of the Ecowas Parliament. We humbly acknowledge these challenges and other unfinished businesses that will be passed on to the next legislature. Paramount amongst which are the sad reality of having 4 member states' legislations suspended, the inability to have members of the Ecowas Parliament elected by direct universal suffrage, and not being able to inaugurate the Ecowas Youth Parliament. We are, however, very optimistic that with the level of awareness created and promises for support from stakeholders regarding these issues, each one of them will be achieved soon. As the saying goes, the work of a parliament can never be exhausted. Hence, the next legislature will be expected to continue from where we will stop. Honorable members, at next week's extraordinary session, I will have the opportunity to say my final appreciations and goodbye. But before I do that, please join me in giving a round of applause to the 4 honorable deputy speakers with whom I served. My dear colleagues, Honorable Ahmed Idris Wassem, First Deputy Speaker, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Honorable Ahmed Idris Wassem served as my first Deputy Speaker. At the same time, he served as the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Honorable Okari Sani Malan Shaibu, the second Deputy Speaker from the Republic of Niger. Honorable Mimonato Ibrahima, third Deputy Speaker from the Republic of Togo. And Honorable Ajatu Satu Kamara Pinto, fourth Deputy Speaker from the Republic of Guinea-Bissau. My dear colleagues, Deputy Speakers, to have served by your side has been the greatest honor of my tenure as Speaker of the Parliament. I must admit that the job of a speaker, especially of a regional parliament like ours, is not an easy one. In fact, I consider it the hardest. But with your support, we executed our duties successfully. I thank you from the depth of my heart. To the members of this parliament, of the Ecowas Parliament, both friends and good critics, I am highly appreciative of the privilege to work with you. As you must have noted or noticed, I have never taken criticism personally, even in instances where I was sure of the credibility and sincerity of my decisions and actions. I am always guided by the fact that parliamentary culture dictates the divergence of opinions. When I accepted the position of Speaker 4 years ago, I knew that my patience and maturity would be brought to test. I equally knew that my leadership qualities must be displayed to its fullest. I am glad that today I have been able to deliver a united membership to the end. Yes, my dear compatriots in Sierra Leone, Ecowas Parliament is united just the way I met it. May I also express my gratitude to the heads of the community institutions, namely the President of the Ecowas Commission, the Honorable President of the Ecowas Court of Justice, the Auditor General of the community, and other heads of Ecowas institutions and specialized agencies. I would like to take this opportunity to thank them very much for the harmonious interinstitutional cooperation and the active solidarity that have characterized our relations during this period. Such cooperation and solidarity between the Ecowas Parliament and other community institutions have never been recorded before. Therefore, I am eternally grateful that during my speakership and your respective tenures of service, we could develop an unprecedented channel of collaboration for the smooth functioning of all our institutions. To the former Secretary General and the current Acting Secretary General, the the Director of Administration and Finance, the Acting Director of Parliamentary Affairs and Research, members of my cabinet, and all staff of Ecowas Parliament, I thank you for your support. I am fully aware that each one of you has contributed to the success of my tenure. Many times I notice the way staff render services, sometimes under very difficult circumstances, but still never disappointed me and the institution. The memory of your service will remain indelible in my mind. Let me also appreciate my darling wife, Mrs. Nabila Tunis, and my children for the love and support. It was your energy that lifted me each day, motivated me, and gave me the drive to exhaust all possibilities for the benefit of our region. I thank you. In conclusion, I wish to declare in no uncertain terms that this parliament is a great and perfect model of an ideal contemporary regional parliament. In it lie the strengths of regional integration and democracy. My hope is that those coming after us will cherish democracy, respect and support our institutions, and work together to address the challenges our region faces. With these words, I welcome you to the city of Freetown and to this special parliamentary seminar. Long live ECOWAS, long live regional integration. Je vous remercie. Thank you. Obrigado.
We can do better one more time, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Speaker of Parliament. I'm sure he has a lot more to say. In 4 years, he's done a phenomenal job at the ECOWAS Parliament. We're moving on. We are moving on to some awards. There is a video documentary showcasing the legacy of Dr. Mohamed Tunis as Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, but we would show that a little later on. We want to do some awards that will be presented to the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone and the President of the Republic of the Gambia, but we're about to invite from the ECOWAS Parliamentary Secretariat to help with that. I'd like to invite across the board a representative from the Gambia, and that person is going to be accompanied by the leader of the Gambian delegation, who is Honorable Tunkura Bile, who is the leader of delegation of the Gambian delegation to ECOWAS. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the leader of delegation from the Gambia. He will be receiving the award. I'd like to invite the Speaker of Parliament again. All right. The citation for the presentation of the awards to His Excellency President of the Republic of Gambia, His Excellency Adam Barrow, will be done by the first Vice President of the ECOWAS Parliament.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Sierra Leone, our brother, our leader, retired Brigadier Bio, our brother and his beautiful wife, our brother, the representative of the President of Gambia, our revered brother and celebrated Speaker of Sierra Leone, Abbas Ndu, members of the Bureau, my respected colleagues in the Parliament, members of the political, respected members of Sierra Leone Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to read the citation of His Excellency Adam Barrow, President of the Republic of Gambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Gambian Armed Forces. May I ask the representative to kindly rise for the citation of His Excellency. And I would also wish to call on the Speaker to kindly rise because the person given the award. His Excellency President Adam Barrow was born on February 15, 1965 in Makamang, Kunda, Jimara, Gambia. He was a diverse background that spans his early life. Career and political journey. Raised in an extended family, he received education at various institutions, including St. George Primary, Crab Island Junior Secondary School, and Muslim High School. Starting his professional life in 1988 at Musa J. and Sons Limited, President Barrow repeatedly progressed from the salesman to sales manager after spending 4 years in the United Kingdom. He returned to the Gambia in 2006, venturing into estate and establishing Majum Estate Agency. His political career began in 1996 when he joined the United Democratic Party. Over the years, he held various roles within the party, eventually becoming the party's presidential candidate in 2016. Following a 3-month campaign, he emerged as the winner of the presidential election in December 2016. President Barrow faced a challenging transition period marked by the progress and the intervention of Ecowas, African Union, and other partners, despite personal adversity, including the accidental death of his son. He demonstrated statesmanship, leading to his inauguration in January 19, 2017 at the Gambian Embassy in Dakar. Under his leadership, we witnessed significant development, including the establishment of various commissions, legislative initiatives. In his government gathered trust and support, and he also secured a $1.7 billion pledge in 2018, billion dollars in 2018. President Barrow prioritized empowering men, media reforms, and financial discipline, evident in the budget cuts and introduction of the signatory account. President Barrow's commitment to democracy and development and his global recognition awards. Notably, accolades include the Grand National Order of the Lion of Senegal and an honorary doctorate for the Regional Maritime University and the Grand Master of the Gambia. His Excellency President Adam Barrow journey has indeed reflected dedication to democratic principles, the rule of law, the socio-economic development, gaining international acclaim for his effort. I therefore have the honor and privilege to present for award His Excellency, the President of Gambia, for regional peace and security. Your Excellency.
All right, up next will be the citation for the award to be presented to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Lieutenant Brigadier Julius Bio. President Bio will be accompanied by Honorable Veronica Kadisise to receive his award. Of course, he will most prestigiously be accompanied by his beautiful wife, Mrs. Fatima Marabi.
Excellency, our leader, brother, General, Brigadier General Julius Mahaba Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and your beautiful wife, my brother, leader, the Speaker of Ecowas Parliament, our brother, revered and celebrated leader of the Republic of Sierra Leone, the representative of the President of Gambia, respected colleagues, it is my honor and privilege to present, to read the citation for the conferment of award of honor on Brigadier General retired Julius Mahaba Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. May I kindly seek the permission of our colleagues to allow the President seat. As a former general, you know what it means. Though tired, but I believe not tired. I seek your permission to ask my brother the Speaker, even though the President will be seated, to rise for the presentation of this award. This citation is like this. Because the general retired, like I did mention, not tired, Dr. Julius Mahaba Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Supreme Head of State, and Grand Commander of the Order of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Fountain Head of Unity, Honor, Freedom, and Justice, was inaugurated as the fifth President of the Republic of Sierra Leone on May 12, 2018. He was born on 12th of May 1964 in Tihu, Sangbeni, Chiefdom, Ponte District, Julius Mahaba is one of the 35 chieftains, Parliamentary Chief Charlie Woni Bio, the second of Sangbeni Chiefdom. Upon attending his secondary education, he embarked on his political service, on his public service career as teacher before joining the Sierra Leone Army, where he eventually attained the rank of Brigadier General. His first encounter with Ecowas was as a young lieutenant when he was part of the Ecowas contingent deployed in Monrovia for peacekeeping operation. In the 1990s, Julius Mahaba Bio served in various capacities in the National Provisional Ruling Council government, such as Chief of Secretary of State, Chief of Defense Staff, Secretary of State for Information, and Secretary of State for Marine Resources, Deputy Head of State, and ultimately as Head of State, Sierra Leone, from January to March 1996. As Head of State, Julius Mahaba Bio presided over the first democratic election in Sierra Leone in
almost 3 decades, adding him the well-deserved father of democracy. Following his second inning in 2018 today, President Julius Maada Bio has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the goals and ideas of Ecowas Parliament. His remarkable leadership, astute diplomatic skills, and visionary approach have greatly advanced the objective of regional integration and cooperation within the Ecowas member states. President Bio's visionary leadership led to the endorsement and election of my brother leader, the Right Honorable Sidi Mohamed Tunis, as the Speaker of Ecowas Parliament. Under the continuous exceptional leadership, the Community Parliament has flourished, showcasing effective governance and progress. In the year 2021, first plenary session of the Parliament, President Bio inaugurated the session that adopted the 2020-2024 strategic plan. The affirming his commitment to strategic governance and parliamentary development, he has been a generous host to several Ecowas delegations, and we are grateful. As a true champion of gender equality, he was bestowed with the title of Eco Petro, underscoring his unwavering support for 30% affirmative action and women's empowerment in the Ecowas region. President Bio's tireless effort to promote peace, stability, constitutional order, and economic prosperity in the Ecowas region have garnered not only admiration and respect from the regional leaders and stakeholders, but also left an indelible mark on Ecowas Parliament. As an advocate of regional trade and economic integration, his commitment to key sectors such as agriculture, infrastructure development, human capital development, and technological innovation will enhance livelihoods and unleash potential for the people of Sierra Leone and across the West African region. The Ecowas Parliament is profoundly proud to honor a president under whose leadership Sierra Leone has made remarkable progress in the fight against corruption, increasing access to education, expanding energy access, increasing access to water supply, and expanding healthcare services. We salute President Bio's courageous courage in abolishing the death penalty, repealing seditious labor law, toughening sexual offences laws, and enacting the historic Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act, which was guaranteed in the law of 30% representation of women across government. Beyond the West African region bloc, President Bio is highly regarded by his peers on both the African commitment and global stage. He chairs the African Committee of 10 for the reform of the United Nations Security Council. He is also chairman of the African Union African Peer Review Forum of Head of State and Government, which is the African Peer Review Mechanism's highest decision-making authority. He served as the co-chair with the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres as on Transforming Education Summit. Under his leadership, Sierra Leone was voted by 188 out of 192 member states of the United Nations. Elected into the Security Council of the non-permanent category after a 2-year absence. Away from politics, President Bio is known as a philanthropist and humanitarian through his work with the Mada and Fatima Bio Foundation. He is admirably educated with bachelor's and master's degree in international relations and politics from the American University, Washington, D.C. He was a senior research fellow of the University of Bradford, United Kingdom, pursuing a doctoral program in peace studies. His Excellency President Bio attributes his guiding principles in life, such as kindness, and you can see here, hard work, and a firm belief in God, to his mother, Mami Ani. It is with deep appreciation and gratitude that we honor His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio with this award of honor as a testament to his exceptional dedication, support, and invaluable contribution to the Ecowas Parliament. His leadership served as a beacon of inspiration for all those who strive not only for prosperous West Africa, but also the ideas and aspirations of the Ecowas Parliament. Therefore, it is with joy, with joyful heart, and gratitude to God that on behalf of Ecowas Parliament, I invite His Excellency Brigadier General, retired, not tired, Dr. Julius Maada Willie, for the presentation of honor in the condition of dedication, support, and invaluable contribution to the Ecowas Parliament. Thank you.
All right, one more time, ladies and gentlemen, give it up. A round of applause for His Excellency. I want to hinge on the words of the first president. He says he is retired but not tired. One more time for our president, who is retired but not tired, assiduously working to ensure that we have a beautiful Sierra Leone. To make another statement, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on as fast as possible, would be the representative of the President of the Republic of Gambia, who would be making a statement on his behalf this afternoon. He is unavoidably not here, but a representative is here to fill in his boots and stand in his stead. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Minister of Petroleum and Energy from the Republic of Gambia, Honorable Abdoulaye Diop, to make a statement on behalf of the President, Adama Barrow.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Good morning. Bonjour, bon dia. Your Excellency, retired Brigadier General Julius Madabio, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Your Excellency, Her Excellency Dr. Fatima Madabio, First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, the Honorable Speaker of the Sierra Leonean National Assembly, Honorable Abbas Bundu, Honorable Timothy Busa Kaba, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Republic of Sierra Leone, the Honorable Cabinet members that are present here, Dr. Aliou Omar Touré, the President of the Ecowas Commission, the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the Ecowas Parliament, the Honorable members of the Ecowas and Sierra Leonean Parliaments are present here, the diplomatic and consular corps and international organizations that are present here, esteemed leaders, community leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol duly and respectfully observed. His Excellency President Barrow extends to Your Excellency his sincere apologies for not being able to be here due to pressing matters he is attending to at home. I received his instruction to receive him with delight and excitement, knowing that I am coming back to Salon, a magnificent place that I have started my professional tertiary education here at Forobe College. A lot of Gambians integrally intertwined with Sierra Leone. As the saying goes in Salon business na all my thank you. I feel really honored to deliver this acceptance speech of His Excellency President Adam Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, before this esteemed assembly. And the statement reads, I wish to express my sincere thanks for the promotion of peace and democracy award bestowed upon me. In appreciation of this, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency Dr. Julius Madabio, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, for graciously hosting this event. This event is a celebration of a shared commitment to peace and democratization in the sub-region. From this perspective, His Excellency's leadership and hospitality epitomize the African spirit of brotherhood and collaboration, which we value and continue to strive for. I must confess that I've accepted this noble award with humility and a deep sense of gratitude. The award may be in recognition of my humble effort, but certainly it also signifies the resilience and the commitment of the Ecowas under the exemplary leadership of Dr. Toure to the promotion of peace and democracy in the sub-region. The African people want peace, stability, democracy, and respect for human dignity. We must work together as one to deliver what our African brothers and sisters want. Regardless of the economic challenges and difficulties, Africa continues to rise and develop. This resilience demonstrates our unyielding resolve to pursue a durable path to multi-party democracy and mutual understanding of our internal political differences. Although our region faces many challenges, the natural African spirit in us, driven by the ideals of peace and democracy, remains our guiding principle. Consequently, this prestigious Peace and Democracy Award is not a mere recognition of efforts, but a reminder that the quest for peace, equal rights, and justice is a never-ending venture. Your Excellencies, for our survival and progress, cultivating a culture of peace and democratic values is essentially accorded special prominence on the Ecowas agenda. Peace, in this context, goes beyond the absence of conflict. It also embodies the process of promoting democratic values, understanding mutual respect and collaboration within the Ecowas. My leadership experience has shown me the profound impact lasting peace can have on a nation. Peace clearly emerges as a foundation on which communities can heal, economies can grow, an individual can access opportunities and enjoy their right to live happily. In other words, peace is the foundation of a world that upholds human dignity, celebrates diversity, and empowers everyone to reach their full potential. Excellencies and distinguished delegates, the pursuit of a culture of peace is both a collective and an individual endeavor. It requires policies that directly tackle the root causes of conflicts, and these include poverty, inequality, and injustice. This realization makes it necessary to free all those whose voices are suppressed, especially the advocates of human rights and human dignity. In Africa, peace building calls for addressing emerging threats such as election-related violence, unregulated migration, abuse of new technology, and systemic corruption. To succeed as we engage in collective dialogue and collaboration, we must remember that it is only through collective actions that a truly peaceful world order can be established. Fittingly, therefore, every political policy decision and every act of diplomacy, kindness, and understanding should contribute towards creating a more peaceful and democratic Africa. In pursuing our transformation and development agenda in the Gambia, a major focus of our 2025 National Development Plan was to restore and sustain peace and stability through suitable institutional building and people-centered development approaches. The government of the Gambia shall continue to engage the National Human Rights Commission for assessment reports on the government's commitment to nurturing democracy and human rights, and addressing them through dialogue, as well as respect for the rule of law and independence of the judiciary, amply demonstrated by my government's commitment to peace, security, and justice. Your Excellencies, distinguished representatives, ladies and gentlemen, linked to the stories of African countries, the story of the Gambia remains a tale of hope and perseverance. From the promotion of democracy to the promotion of human rights and the promotion of economic integration, our journey towards peace is a journey towards a stronger and more unified Africa. As we move forward, we need to be clear on our vision and steadfast in our resolve so that we can use all the energy and courage that we can muster to activate the youth and women and to empower every citizen. In conclusion, my sincere thanks goes to the Ecowas for conferring this huge honor on me. I'm also extremely grateful to my fellow Gambians, and by extension all Africans, whose hopes and dreams I'm honored to represent and promote. Join me as we forge ahead for a peaceful, prosperous, and united Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Honorable Abdullah Joe from the Republic of the Gambia, representing President, His Excellency Adam Barrow. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, guests present, it is my distinguished honor to invite for the opening statement and speech of the session that is going to be hosted by Parliament on illegal mining and its implication in the Ecowas region. President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency, retired but not tired, Brigadier Julius Mara Bio.
very much. Let's sit down, please. The Right Honorable Speaker of the Sierra Leone Parliament, the Honorable Speaker of the Ecowas Parliament, Madam First Lady, the representative of my brother and colleague, President Adam Barrow of the Gambia, Ecowas Commissioners, Commissioner for Infrastructure, Energy and Digitalization, Ministers of Government of Sierra Leone, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors accredited to ECOWAS and the Republic of Sierra Leone, representatives of international and inter-African organizations, members of the Sierra Leone Parliament, Bureau of the ECOWAS Parliament, members of the ECOWAS Parliament, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning, bonjour à tous, and I'm sure the interpreters are not going to get that one. On behalf of the government and people of our great republic, Sierra Leone, I welcome all of you to our beautiful country, Sierra Leone, and particularly to our vibrant city, Freetown, the home of freedom. Sierra Leone is a country of breathtaking landscapes, including our beautiful beaches, diverse culture and traditions. We are known for our warm hospitality, but more particularly for our friendliness in West Africa. So I welcome all of you with open arms and wish you a pleasant stay in Sierra Leone. In fact, I implore you to explore sites and sample our delicious and most famous cassava leaves, potato leaves, that is what the Gambians like most when they come here, and of course, the Sierra Leone jollof rice, which is the best in West Africa. Honorable members, I take this opportunity to reiterate my gratitude to ECOWAS Parliament for its invaluable support in strengthening the democratic process and governance in the sub-region in general and in our country in particular. The dispatch of a mission to observe general elections on June 24, 2023 in our country provided sufficient guarantee to the political players for transparency, inclusivity, and peaceful elections. Also, I commend this Parliament's contribution to the promotion of peace, security, and stability in the West African region under the able leadership of the 5th Parliament. I'm particularly pleased to preside over the opening of the ECOWAS Parliament's first parliamentary seminar for 2024 and the last in the tenure of the 5th legislature. The theme of this August gathering, illegal mining and its consequences in the ECOWAS region, is indeed timely. Illegal mining and trafficking in precious minerals negatively impact peace, stability, security, development, governance, the rule of law, the environment, and the economy. Our sub-region has contended with illegal mining even before our nations gained independence. Therefore, I thank the Ecowas Parliament for organizing this workshop, which underscores the importance of collective action in addressing challenges that transcend borders. Honorable members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, hosting the final parliamentary seminar of the current legislature of ECOWAS Parliament in Sierra Leone marks a full circle moment for us. If you recall, the first parliamentary seminar of the 5th legislature was held in Sierra Leone here from March 23rd to 24th, 2021. This was the first face-to-face event that brought together all members of ECOWAS Parliament following the lifting of the COVID-19 restrictions. Immediately after that seminar, the Parliament continued its activities in our beautiful capital here with the work of the first extraordinary session of the year from March 9th to the 2nd of April 2021. At that session, members analyzed and adopted reports of the committees and validated several major documents, including the Parliament's strategic plan. Honorable members, through your legislative activities and actions in Sierra Leone and other member states, you have made invaluable contributions to achieving the community's integration and development objectives as articulated in the Ecowas Vision 2050. You have equally strengthened democracy and good governance in our member states. On behalf of my colleague heads of state, please accept the expression of my deepest gratitude for your dedication and tenacity to our people during these unprecedented times in our sub-region, continent, and globally. Honorable members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our continent possesses over 60 different types of minerals, accounting for a third of the world's mineral reserves. The Ecowas region is richly endowed with abundant reserves of a large variety of non-renewable natural resources, comprising mineral resources such as gold, uranium, bauxite, iron ore, diamond, phosphate, and manganese, crude oil, and natural gas. These extractive resources account for a significant portion of Africa's proven assets. Mining and other extractive industries have the potential to transform our economies. The extractive industry subsector is the main source of government revenue in many of our countries, and it accounts for more than half of all exports. According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, the illegal mining of precious minerals is the prospecting and extraction of minerals with high economic value, undertaken without appropriate land rights, exploration, and mining licenses, or mineral transportation and
other permits. Illegal mining of precious minerals is often accompanied by serious human rights abuses and can have severe environmental impacts, including deforestation, land degradation, and pollution. Illegal mining and trafficking of precious minerals are often linked to economic crimes such as tax evasion, fraud, and corruption by exploiting loopholes in the regulatory frameworks. Due to the high profits associated with precious minerals and the often low risk of being arrested or prosecuted, organized criminal groups are exploiting this sector. Hence, as policymakers, we must make concerted efforts to strengthen further the legal and regulatory frameworks to curb illegal mining significantly. I express my appreciation to all participating nations and stakeholders for their commitment to finding sustainable solutions to combat illegal mining in the sub-region. Honorable members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there is immense economic potential in our mineral resources if managed effectively. There are lucrative opportunities for the future development of new uranium deposits in Niger, iron ore in Guinea and Senegal, bauxite in Guinea, gold in Mali, Ghana, Burkina Faso, and even phosphate in Mauritania. These mineral resources contribute up to 5% of regional exports, making them the main or second source of foreign exchange earners from many West African countries. Togo, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Mali, Mauritania, and Niger are examples of countries that depend heavily on mineral exports. But it must be said that all this work has not yet led to economic emergence of the West African sub-region for several reasons, the principal of which is illegal mining. The losses to West Africa's economies resulting from illegal mining amount to millions of dollars every year. These losses are further compounded by the lack of agricultural land, pollution, environmental degradation, and the challenges posed by rising insecurity through banditry and insurgency, as well as financing of terrorism. For this reason, the theme of this final seminar of the 5th Legislature, illegal mining and its consequences in the Ecowas region, is timely in recommending solutions to put an end to this scourge, which is seriously damaging our countries at every level. In Sierra Leone, we have witnessed firsthand the devastating effects of illegal mining. Our once pristine landscape has been marred by unregulated mining activities, leading to deforestation, water pollution, and loss of biodiversity. Moreover, illegal mining deprives our government of much needed revenue and aggravates social tensions within our communities. However, we are not alone in facing this challenge. Illegal mining is a transnational issue that requires a coordinated regional response. This is why forums like this are crucial for fostering collaboration and sharing best practices among ECOWAS member states. Honorable members, in Sierra Leone, we are taking decisive actions to tackle illegal mining head-on. We are intensifying efforts to streamline the licensing process, enhance monitoring mechanisms, and clamp down on illegal mining operations all around the country. Additionally, we are investing in education and skills development programs to provide viable alternatives to those involved in illegal mining. However, we recognize that no single country can address this complex issue alone. We must work hand in hand with our regional partners, sharing best practices, intelligence, and resources to combat illegal mining across borders effectively. The ECOWAS Parliament plays a crucial role in facilitating such cooperation, and I urge member states to strengthen their commitment to collective action. As we deliberate over the next few days, I urge you all to reflect on the importance of collective action. We must strengthen our legal frameworks, enhance cross-border cooperation, invest in sustainable mining practices that benefit our economies and the environment. Furthermore, we must address the root causes that drive individuals into illegal mining, such as poverty, lack of alternative livelihoods, and weak governance. By promoting inclusive growth and empowering local communities, we can create opportunities for economic development while safeguarding our natural resources for future generations. Honorable members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am fully convinced that from the presentations and fruitful debates of this seminar, recommendations will emerge that will accelerate the implementation of regional policy frameworks to eradicate illegal mining in West Africa and strengthen areas of regional collaboration for viable mining sector. I challenge you as a parliament to come up with a resounding conclusion that we contribute immensely towards addressing the unacceptable poverty levels in our region through the proper exploitation of our richly endowed mineral resources for the benefit of all. Honorable members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me at this juncture single out for mentioning and commendation the Honorable Speaker of the Parliament, ECOWAS Parliament, Honorable Dr. Sidi Mohammed Yunis. An accomplished businessman, politician, and an experienced lawmaker, Dr. Chidis has done us proud. The various initiatives of the institution under his leadership have remained unprecedented and unmatched in the history of the ECOWAS Parliament. The government and the great people of Sierra Leone are proud of you, Mr. Speaker, because you have demonstrated your capabilities as a worthy ambassador of Sierra Leone and the region in general. I am aware that the fifth legislature of the Ecowas Parliament comes to an end in less than 2 months. I feel pleased that my endorsement of Dr. Ginis as Speaker of the fifth legislature yielded fruitful results for our region. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the surge in the Parliament's visibility, and most importantly, for making Parliament more accessible to the people of the community. I can only hope that the leadership of the next legislature will continue on this path of progress for the good of the Parliament and the overall good of our region. With these words, I now have the honor and pleasure of declaring open the Parliamentary Seminar on illegal mining and its consequences in the Ecowas sub-region. I wish you fruitful deliberations, long live Ecowas, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you, His Excellency, Brigadier Julius Maravio, for officially opening the Parliamentary Seminar on illegal mining and its implications. Ladies and gentlemen, we slowly coming to the end of this formal session. We have 2 more items on the agenda, and for that, I'd like to invite Yusuf Keketuma Sandi from the Office of the President to have the coordination of the group photos that will be done. He'll be announcing, we'll do them by blocks. We'll go with Francophone, Anglophone, and then the Lusophone countries, but Yusuf will coordinate that and will help with getting the photos done. Ladies and gentlemen, Yusuf sir.
Thank you very much. With His Excellency's kindness permission, the group photos will be conducted in the following order. The first group photo will be His Excellency the President, the First Lady, and members of the High Table. And because of the high number of the ECOWAS MPs present, we will have 3 group photos with ECOWAS MPs according to their linguistic block. So the second group photo will be His Excellency the President, the First Lady, the Special Representative of His Excellency President Barrow, and all ECOWAS MPs from Anglophone countries. The third group photo will be His Excellency the President, the First Lady, Special Representative of His Excellency President Barrow, and all ECOWAS MPs from Francophone countries. And then the third and final one will be His Excellency the President, the First Lady, the Special Representative, and all ECOWAS MPs from Lusophone countries. And the Speaker and the Deputies will accompany during the photo sessions. I've also been advised that because of the background effect of the trailer documentary, we will not screen the document during the photo session. We will do so immediately after the photo session and the departure of His Excellency the President. And the head of the visual of the President will help in the positioning during the group photo. On that note, please rise for the ECOWAS and the national anthem of the Republic of Serbia. please remain where you are. We now invite members of the high table, His Excellency the President, the First Lady, for the first group photo. In readiness would be the MPs from Anglophone countries in the Ecowas. Thank you very much. MPs in Anglophone countries from the Ecowas, His Excellency, the First Lady, the Special Representative, the Speaker and Deputy will remain in their position, and they will be joined by all MPs from the ECOWAS countries. I think this is the largest block. So I've been advised that we can do two of the session. So if you are just coming, let's wait for the other session, we'll do two of the session. So we are doing two sessions of this, please. Yes. So we are doing two sessions. Yes. Head of audiovisual, can we quickly? Alright. Thank you very much. We are doing the other session, so if you are not in the first, quickly we move around. Yes, we move around. We are doing the other session. Thank you very much. ECOWAS MPs from Francophone countries. Francophone countries. His Excellency, the President, the First Lady, the Special Representative, and the ECOWAS Speaker and Deputy remain where they are. Francophone countries. Francophone countries. Okay. Francophone, any more Francophone MPs? Francophone quickly. Francophone quickly. Quickly. Thank you very much. Yes, Francophone. Yes. Photographers, let's go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. The last set will be ECOWAS MPs from Lusophone countries. Lusophone countries. MPs from Lusophone countries. Cape Verde and Guinea-Bissau. Lusophone countries. Cape Verde, and Guinea-Bissau. There are some spaces on the other side as well. Okay, let's go. Photographers.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your attendance and the First Lady. Your Excellency will now depart. Please rise for the departure of His Excellency, the President and the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
The Ecowas Parliament is one of the pillars of the Economic Community of the West African States, Ecowas, established for the economic integration of the region. Inaugurated in the year 2020, the Parliament provides a forum for deliberations and consensus building for the community towards actualizing the goal of regional integration. From its seat in the Nigerian capital, Abuja, the Ecowas Parliament, made up of members drawn from the legislative houses of Ecowas member states, has since evolved over the years with enhanced legislative powers to cater to the social, economic, and political well-being of the West African community of about 424 million people. On the 9th of March 2020, the 5th Ecowas Parliament, made up of 115 members from the 15 Ecowas member states, was inaugurated in Niamey, capital of Niger Republic.
Honorable members of the Ecowas Parliament, here to endorse the candidate Honorable Chiefs. I've known him several years and he served in several leadership positions in this country. Today, I'm trying to be the speaker for the Ecowas Parliament.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, from the Ecowas countries, please be informed that tea break is only for 30 minutes. Tea break is only for 30 minutes. You'll be converging again at 1 o'clock. Please take note that tea break is only for 30 minutes and you'll be converging again at 1 p.m.
Speaker with a 4-year term. 4 deputy speakers were elected. Honorable Ahmed Idris Basi, Nigeria, first deputy speaker. Honorable Sani Malam Chaibu Bakari of Niger, second deputy speaker. Honorable Honorable Acholi Aklesu of Togo, 3rd Deputy Speaker. Honorable Ajasatu Kamara Pinto of Guinea-Bissau, 4th Deputy Speaker. The Speaker of the Ecowas Parliament, Parliamentary, at the inauguration, declared that direct election of members into the Ecowas Parliament from the West African community will be the flagship political program of the 5th Parliament. The Speaker also made a commitment to support the formation of the Ecowas Female Parliamentarians Association, ECOFEPA.
The authority of heads of state and government, Council of Ministers, safe, working along with all of our friendly governments. It will be our sincere and constant desire to ensure that the rights of our citizens are consistent with the policy and treaties we have signed and respected. We shall ensure in the exercise of this advisory role that the community's budget be dedicated to programs and projects that impact citizens' national welfare. And here we propose the establishment of Public Accounts Committee in the Ecowas Parliament with a core mandate of reviewing audit reports submitted by the Commission aimed at creating greater transparency.
The 5th legislature of the Ecowas Parliament adopted a vision and mission and articulated strategic objectives in line with its legislative agenda. The Ecowas Parliament adopted 3 programs to give effect to its strategic objectives: participation and representation, strengthening the institutional role and capacity of Parliament, relations with community institutions, member states, national parliaments, interparliamentary bodies, and civil society organizations. The 5th Assembly got off to quite a daunting beginning, as its commencement coincided with the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, which virtually locked down the entire world. For the whole of 2020, the Parliament could not hold any session. The introduction of technology enabled resumption of parliamentary activity through a virtual ordinary session in January 2021. It was a pivotal moment in the history of Parliament, as the members were able to overcome the strictures imposed by the pandemic to perform their legislative role in the Ecowas project and address the topical issues affecting the people of the region. Subsequently, the first in-person ordinary session was ultimately held in 2021, and it was a watershed moment for the 5th Parliament. From 2020 to 2024, the 5th Parliament has strived to deliver optimally on its programs and respond promptly to contemporary developments in the political and economic environment in the region in the interest of people of West Africa. At ordinary and extraordinary sittings held at the seat of Parliament in Abuja and in member states, the 5th Parliament, as representatives of the people, deliberated on a series of legislative lists that included passing community acts and providing opinion and programs to facilitate the Ecowas integration agenda, as well as matters that are bearing on the quality of governance in the region and the well-being of its citizens.
We are seriously confronted with conflicts in the Sahel, which has become a playground for international terrorists. This have necessitated the need to build alliances and develop a multifaceted approach that addresses terrorism at the regional and global levels. It requires us to think at any given time.
The Ecowas Parliament is one of the pillars of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, established for the economic integration of the region. Inaugurated in the year 2020, the Parliament provides a forum for deliberations and consensus building for the community towards actualizing the goal of regional integration. From its seat in the Nigerian capital, Abuja, the ECOWAS Parliament, made up of members drawn from the legislative houses of ECOWAS member states, has since evolved over the years with enhanced legislative powers to cater to the social, economic, and political well-being of the West African community of about 424 million people. On the 9th of March 2020, the 5th Ecowas Parliament, made up of 115 members from the 15 Ecowas member states, was inaugurated in Niamey, capital of Niger Republic.
Honorable members of the Ecowas Parliament, I'm here to endorse the candidature of Honorable Sidi Tunis. I've known him for several years and he served in several leadership positions in this country. Today, he is vying to be the Speaker of the Ecowas Parliament. I endorse him as our candidate, as my candidate, and I'm appealing to all of us to support him.
Dr. Sidi Mohamed Tunis, a member of the Parliament in Sierra Leone since 2002 and a ranking member of the Sierra Leone delegation to the Ecowas Parliament, was elected Speaker with a 4-year term. 4 deputy speakers were elected. Honorable Ahmed Idris Wasi of Nigeria, 1st Deputy Speaker. Honorable Sani Malam Chaibu Bakari of Niger, 2nd Deputy Speaker. Honorable Acholi Akleso of Togo, 3rd Deputy Speaker. Honorable Ajasatu Kamara Pinto of Guinea-Bissau, 4th Deputy Speaker. The Speaker of the Ecowas Parliament, Sidi Mohamed Tunis, at the inauguration, declared that direct election of members into the Ecowas Parliament from the West African community will be the flagship political program of the 5th Parliament. The Speaker also made a commitment to support the formation of the Ecowas Female Parliamentarians Association, ECOFEPA.
We shall diligently work with the authority of heads of state and government and Council of Ministers to ensure that our sub-region is safe. Working along with all of our friendly governments, it will be our sincere and constant desire to ensure that the rights of our citizens, which are consistent with the protocols and treaties we have signed up to, are respected. We shall ensure in the exercise of this advisory role that the community's budget be dedicated to programs and projects that impact citizens at grassroots level. I herewith propose the establishment of Public Accounts Committee, PAC, at the Ecowas Parliament with a core mandate of reviewing audit reports submitted by the Commission aimed at creating greater transparency.
The 5th Legislature of the Ecowas Parliament adopted a vision and mission and articulated strategic objectives in line with its legislative agenda. The Ecowas Parliament adopted 3 programs to give effect to its strategic objectives: participation and representation, strengthening the institutional role and capacity of Parliament, relations with community institutions, member states, national parliaments, interparliamentary bodies, and civil society organizations. The 5th Assembly got off to quite a daunting beginning as its commencement coincided with the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, which virtually locked down the entire world. For the whole of 2020, the Parliament could not hold any session. The introduction of technology enabled resumption of parliamentary activity through a virtual ordinary session in January 2021. It was a pivotal moment in the history of Parliament as the members were able to overcome the strictures imposed by the pandemic to perform their legislative role in the Ecowas project and address the topical issues affecting the people of the region. Subsequently, the first in-person ordinary session was ultimately held in 2021, and it was a watershed moment for the 5th Parliament.
Speaker, this is the first time since the outbreak of COVID-19 that the Ecowas Parliament is having an in-person session, and rightly so.
From 2020 to 2024, the 5th Parliament has strived to deliver optimally on its programs and respond promptly to contemporary developments in the political and economic environment in the region in the interest of people of West Africa. At ordinary and extraordinary sittings held at the seat of Parliament in Abuja and in member states, The Fifth Parliament, as representatives of the people, deliberated on a series of legislative lists that included passing community acts and providing opinion on programs to facilitate the Ecowas integration agenda, as well as matters that had bearing on the quality of governance in the region and the well-being of its citizens.
We are seriously confronted with conflicts in the Sahel, which has become a playground for international terrorists. These have necessitated the need to build alliances and develop a multifaceted approach that addresses terrorism at the regional and global levels. It requires all hands on deck at any given time.
Honorable parliamentarians, we need to look at the coup d'etats in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea, which has taken us back and must be condemned. And we need to return these member states to constitutional order.
You are on the African continent the best example of a regional economic bloc or a regional parliament. I think everybody should copy from Ecowas.
The Parliament adopted crucial community acts and passed critical resolutions related to the Ecowas Vision 2050, several Ecowas policy frameworks, structures for implementation, regional infrastructure development, and various areas of community life. The resolutions include that on terrorism, which has become the greatest existential threat in the region, with a ripple effect on the socio-economic development of member states.
Mali, Niger, Guinea, as related to the conflict, we then, a group for us to be informed about progress made as we are timetable towards the return of the member states in those countries.
The Fifth Legislature, pursuant to its enhanced powers, also provided parliamentary opinion on the community budget and received reports from the President of the Ecowas Commission on the level of implementation of the community work.
The annual report on the state of the community highlights the macroeconomic situation of the region and performance of the Ecowas institutions with regard to the 2023 work program.
At the committee level, the standing committees of the Parliament had robust engagements in their mandate areas across the broad spectrum of governance. The Parliament also accorded considerable priority to the exercise of its oversight powers over Ecowas institutions and agencies. All these made the Fifth Parliament vibrant and enabled members keep an eye on community programs and projects to ensure they stay on course.
With a deep sense of commitment and purpose, the current members of this parliament has meandered its way through all to become one of the most, if not the most, visible regional parliament in Africa.
As parliamentarians, it's crucial to remember that you present the aspirations and hopes of the people of West Africa, especially those who have faced immense hardship and are clinging on to hope.
The Fifth Parliament gave fillip to its flagship project of direct elections, which is aimed at facilitating the participation of the West African community in regional governance by voting and being voted for in the Ecowas Parliament. Speaker Sidi Mohamed Tunis established a 15-member ad hoc committee on direct elections, which has been working on the mechanism for accomplishing this objective. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo of Ghana and former chair of the Ecowas Authority of Heads of State and Government was appointed as champion of the project, while former President of Niger Republic, Mahamadou Issoufou, was appointed as chief advocate. A former Ecowas Commission President and former United Nations Special Representative of the Secretary General for West Africa and the Sahel, Mohamed Ibn Chembers, was named as Assistant Advocate.
We do not have direct elections today, but almost every stakeholder, major stakeholder, including Council of Ministers, including the people at the Ecowas Commission, including the community people themselves, the authority of heads of state, all of them are now talking about direct elections. So we have been able to sell the idea to the community, and the community has been able to actually buy the idea also that it was necessary for us to have direct elections into the ECOWAS Parliament. What is remaining is the technical aspect of it. How do we do it?
Strengthening the institutional role and capacity of Parliament was also a major activity that the Fifth Parliament gave priority. In this regard, about 7 parliamentary seminars were organized on diverse themes revolving around the role of the Parliament in the multifaceted political, economic and governance structures of ECOWAS, as well as the challenges of unconstitutional regime change and presidential term limits in West Africa.
I must perforce congratulate you, Right Honorable Speaker, and indeed honorable members of the Community Parliament, for organizing this seminar on this most important theme.
These seminars have enhanced not only the capacity of members, but also the public profile of the ECOWAS Parliament as they were held in various member states. Speaker Dr. Sidi Mohammed Tunis has also led the way in external engagements with other ECOWAS institutions, partners and the international community. They have been strategic and constructive. On regional and global platforms, he has espoused the position of the ECOWAS Parliament on contemporary issues.
It is with a great sense of humility and honor that I stand before you representing the Community Parliament. I wish to assure you that the Community Parliament remains available and committed to playing its part in safeguarding democracy and the rule of law.
As the Fifth Parliament came to the end of its legislative term, the members reflected on what was accomplished and how well they have served the region.
I would give this Parliament applause, this legislature applause, because they have addressed issues that I'm particularly interested in, and those are the women issues. We all know that this current speaker have really promoted the women agenda, and Tunis is the first speaker that had allocated a budget for ECOFEPA.
Parliament has become a little more visible than it has been over the years. So I think the Parliament has left from one stage to the other over the years, and I can say I see the glass as being half full of the ECOWAS Parliament. Regrettably, the downside of the fifth legislature happened to be with the numerous coups d'etat in our region.
I think this legislature has done very well under the leadership of Right Honorable Tunis, and of course the members of the Bureau and of all the members. But the thing is, the legislature needs to have more enhanced powers.
The considerable legislative experience of Dr. Tunis has proved valuable in steering the affairs of the Parliament to accomplish its strategic objectives in spite of the convergence of members from divergent political cultures. It has earned him honors and awards.
On behalf of the West Africa Youth Assembly, we want to appreciate His Excellency Dr. Sidi Mohamed Kunis, who referred to West Africa as the father of the young people of Africa.
He is a he for she. The last time Parliament, he gave us all the time the support to talk about gender-based violence and how it's affecting the economies of our countries. And we learned from there that he was so committed in such a way that there is a budget line for the activities of ECOFEPA.
This is the greatest opportunity that anybody can get to lead an institution like this, like the Ecowas Parliament, where you are dealing with very senior citizens from 15 countries in the sub-region. That is an opportunity that can only count maybe once 1,000 times. And Ecowas Parliament is the best place to be. And I must say thank you and thank you to my President Julius Maada Bio of Sierra Leone, my colleagues in the Sierra Leone Parliament, including the Speaker and the leadership, for giving me the opportunity to serve in this capacity. There is nothing better than this, trust me.